There is no better bag to use during the summer months than a wallet on chain, and I have here the two most popular wallet on chains from two powerhouse luxury brands, Chanel and Dior. So the Chanel WOC was launched around 1997, but the Miss Dior Mini was launched in 2022 and just experienced a hefty price increase. So which one is better, this classic style or this new and trendy wallet on chain? Before we get started, hi, I'm Somidoshoppers. I make videos once a week on luxury and fashion without trying to break the bank. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, I would love for you to subscribe, but let's get right into the comparison. So I'm going to be comparing the wallet on chains' general specs, sizes, price, what fits into each bag, and finish off the video with some mod shots and how to wear the bag, as well as my ultimate recommendation. So let's start with sizing. So the wallet on chain from Chanel is measuring by 7.5 inches, 4.8 inches, and then 1.4 inches in width. And then the Miss Mini measures 8.5 inches by 4.5 inches and 2 inches on the side. So the Miss Mini is actually slightly larger than the Chanel wallet on chain, but the Miss Mini does have this dividing feature inside, so that does actually limit the kind of size of things that you can fit into the bag. And additionally, the Chanel wallet on chain can use a shaper inside, so I use this leather shaper. I can leave the link down in the description, but basically you can put the shaper in the bottom of the Chanel wallet on chain, and that will actually increase slightly the size of the base and allow you to fit more items in size, whereas the Miss Mini is fixed size. You can't really put anything in it anymore to increase the size at all. Both wallet on chains can easily fit a phone, and the strap lengths are slightly different for each. So the strap length for the Chanel WOC is 24 inches, so if you hold the strap up and then measure from the top of the strap all the way to the top of the bag, it comes out to 24 inches, and then for the Miss Mini, it's around 20.5 inches from my measurements. So going on to general bag specs, I'm going to start with the Chanel wallet on chain. So the Chanel wallet on chain has several compartments. It has this front pocket here, a zip pocket on the inside, another front kind of back pocket here. It has spots for 6 card holders, and then it also has a back pocket. The closure is magnetic, but the WOC comes in various styles, so it can have a turn lock as well, and it also comes in various metals, designs, and also comes out in both caviar and lambskin leather. The interior is lined with fabric, so that's kind of nice. You can be a little less careful about what you're putting in the bag, or a little less worried about ruining the inside of the bag. And then the chain is a woven leather chain, so it provides, I think, a little bit more comfort when you're using the bag like crossbody, because it's not just metal against skin. The Miss Mini bag, I think, is just a little bit simpler. It only has 2 compartments on the inside, a front compartment that's a little skinny and narrow, and then a slightly wider compartment right behind it. It has spots for only 3 cards, and then also has a large pocket in the back for kind of easy grab and go items. It also has a magnetic closure with a cute little Dior charm, and then currently it's only available in lambskin leather. Both the exterior and interior are fully lined with leather. This bag features a very adorable top handle that can be pushed up or down depending on whether or not you want to use it. And then the hardware only comes out in champagne gold as well, but the chain is just so beautiful. It's a champagne gold chain with pearl detailing, as you can see, and it's quite intricate. The chain links and everything kind of vary in size and are different, so it provides just a little extra charm to the bag, I think. And what's also nice about the Miss Dior Mini is that the chain is removable. So you can see here, it's just got a little kind of like clasp here that you can take the chain off. So it can be solely just a handbag or kind of a clutch. And it's nice because you can also take this chain and add it to any of your other bags that might have D rings on it. So it's a very versatile bag in my opinion. So let's talk about price. So the Chanel wallet on chain currently retails for $3,350. So that's actually the base model price. So that's talking about caviar leather with this small CC detailing. This is a seasonal bag, so it comes in a seasonal color, and it's also got a seasonal CC detailing here. So this was slightly more expensive, but the base price is $3,350, and that's what you can expect. The Miss Mini is slightly cheaper. It comes at $2,850 currently. It used to be $2,500, and that was right before the increase that happened early in July. So sorry if you missed out, but I still think it's a great deal for a wallet on chain that is this versatile. If you're concerned about price or anything like that, the Chanel wallet on chain is $500 more expensive, so the Miss Mini is a great alternative if you'd like to save that extra $500. So going to do a quick what fits in my bag. So I've just kind of grabbed various items from purses that I have, and I'm going to just see what's fitting in each of these bags. So I'm going to start off with the Chanel wallet-on chain first. So I put my shaper in here just to help me out a little bit. And I'm going to first put my Christian Dior compact. This is by far the biggest thing that I typically carry with me. It's got a mirror and a foundation puff in it. And then always like to carry tissues because I spill things on myself all the time. My favorite Dior lipstick, and then a fragrance to go, and then some mints in case I eat anything, and a to-go concealer. And you can see that I still have space to fit things. I typically just pop my cards back in here, so I don't really feel the need to put one of these card holders in there, but I could fit other things in the zipper compartment and the front and back pocket. So you can see there's plenty of space, really. Don't want to overstuff it, but closes just fine. It's a little stuff from the side, but really no problem fitting all those items in there. So let's see if all these items can also fit in the Miss Dior Mini. So we have our Miss Dior Mini here. And I'm gonna try to fit everything into the back compartment here, actually. So the Christian Dior compact's going in, the tissues, oops, the lipstick, fragrance, concealer. Can this fit apart? I'll probably stick this kind of there. And then mints. Oops, this might have to go into the front compartment. So what I notice about the Miss Dior Mini Bag is that even though technically the area listed online is larger than the area listed for the Chanel wallet-on chain, I actually find that it's much more difficult to fit things in here because of the dividing compartment. So it's a lot snugger of a fit, and things that I can kind of stuff into my wallet-on chain, I can't really stuff into the Miss Dior Mini Bag because of that compartment. So like I said, if you prefer just a little bit more easy and casual bag, I would recommend the Chanel wallet-on chain. The Dior bag does need a little bit more Tetris work to get everything in, but I think it still fits more than enough items. So I did want to show you all the ways that I wear both bags. So this is the Chanel wallet-on chain, and this is at the full strap drop length, so 24 inches. You can see that it sits quite low on my hip, so I typically wouldn't wear it this way. I am 5'7", so even on me, it's quite of a long drop. And one other thing to mention right now is I am using my shaper, my base shaper right now, so you can see that even though I have nothing in the bag, it's just got a more defined shape, and I really enjoy using it. So you can see on the inside, you can see that dark purple shaper. It's just a small little insert leather piece that you can stick to the very bottom, and that just keeps your shape of your wallet-on chain always defined, and it just allows you to fit a little bit more inside the bag. So I never forget to use it when I'm taking this bag out. But let me show you the different ways that you can wear this bag. So like I said, I probably wouldn't wear this low. So the number one way that I like to wear my bag is just by looping the chain and crisscrossing once on each side. So crisscross once, crisscross again. And that creates a strap drop that's really perfect for a long shoulder bag look, or you can even wear it crossbody, and it sits down perfectly right at my hip. And I like this method because it's just more carefree. You can wear it and it's very close to your body, so you can always make sure that all your things are safe. Another really similar way to wear it like that is actually to not do the crisscross method, but to actually take one side of the chain and wrap it around once completely around the top flap of the bag. So basically what you do is you take one side, you'll wrap it around the top of the flap first, and then wrap it around the inside and then close it. So you can see now that there is this little detailing of chain right at the top of the bag, and it creates a very similar strap drop to the one that I just showed you. And this is really nice because it just adds a little bit of extra charm to the bag. You can also add little charms like, you know, like a little key holder accessory, or even add a twilly around this. So there's a lot of different ways you can accessorize this bag, which is really nice. And then I think the next most popular way to wear the bag is a true shoulder bag. So what you do is you cross the chain once, loop this top part into the flap of the handle, kind of even out the double chains, close the bag, and now you have a double chain shoulder bag. And it's perfect for when you want to just elevate your look into a little bit more of a formal one. So if you're going out on a date night or something like that, this is the perfect bag to do so with. So for those of you that don't like to loop your chain like that, because there is a little bit of danger whenever you open the bag and close the bag that the chain will kind of come undone from the length that you set it at, you can ask Chanel for these little chain shorteners. These are direct from Chanel. If you buy a wallet on chain, you can just ask your SA to give you one. I have several and they're just so dandy. And basically, I'm sure many of you have seen this, but basically it's just this tiny little piece of metal where the middle piece flips down, and then you would basically hook two ends of a chain together, flip it back up, and then it's shortened. So I can show you exactly how that works. So let's say I just want a singular chain look, but I do want the shoulder bag. I can basically just pick two ends of the chain to kind of link together. So arbitrarily, I'm just gonna pick right here where I'm holding. So I'm gonna flip the part down, the middle part down, and then I will hook two sides of the chain together like so, and then I'm just going to flip it up, and now my chain has been linked. So now I can just tuck this linked part into the bag and then separate it so that the remaining part comes outside the bag, close the bag, and now I have a super secure method to just have a singular chain, and I can pick any length that I want, right? I'm not limited to the lengths that I can create by looping and wrapping the chain in X amount of ways. So definitely ask your SA for one of these. They're so versatile and they can be used for any bag. Doesn't have to be a Chanel bag. Anything that has a chain, you can use it to shorten. And I love just using this method because it's just a little bit more secure method for carrying the bag around. So moving on to the Miss Dior Mini. So this has a shorter chain drop than the wallet-on chain. So wearing it crossbody already is just the perfect length. You don't need to wrap it or anything like that. It's absolutely adorable. It is a perfect crossbody bag. I personally don't wear it crossbody that often. I prefer using the top handle to carry it around just because it is lambskin and it's a slightly lighter color. I do get a little bit worried when the bag is just rubbing up against different things that I'm wearing. So I prefer to wear it mainly like the top handle bag. So I'll pop the top handle up, and then I will usually drape half of the chain over the bag and then half of the chain behind the bag. And then I will just carry it like this. And look at that shine and dangle. It is the cutest bag ever. It is definitely my current favorite bag at the moment. It really goes with anything, and it is the most sweetest princessy bag that I own. You can wear it like this. Again, like I said, you can also detach the chain entirely. So I'm not going to detach it, but I'll just tuck the chain in so you can kind of get an understanding of what it would look like if you had detached the chain. And so then you could wear it like a clutch, or you don't have the chain and you could just wear it as the top handle. And this tiny top handle, you can accessorize too. You can add a little twilly, you can add little charms. This bag is so versatile because it can be worn in so many different ways, and I absolutely love it. You can also create a shoulder bag with this, the same exact way that you would do it for the Chanel wallet on chain. So you can double loop it to create that double chain look, and then it becomes a little shoulder bag. The chain is shorter, so it's a little bit more difficult to do so, but I believe that you can still use your Chanel chain shortener on the Miss Dior Mini Bag, so you can create any style that you'd like, and you can also create a little bit more of a mid-length look as well. But how adorable is she? So personally, I think that both bags are wonderful, but in different ways. If you had to choose one, it really depends on your lifestyle for which bag you should choose. If you're into more casual wear, like throwing your essentials into your purse for a very quick grab and go with no fuss, then I would highly recommend the Chanel wallet on chain, particularly in the caviar leather. This durable leather has a very cool and chic look to it and has all the necessary storage compartments for a very carefree use. You can really stuff this bag too without having any worry of damaging it. However, if you're just a little bit more dainty and cute and you're into that look and you don't really tend to carry a lot with you, then I would highly recommend the Miss Dior Mini Bag. The ability to wear a top handle paired with the pearl champagne gold chain will just add a little bit more finesse and charm to any outfit while still being able to hold all the essentials. Chanel bags do retain value better than Dior ones, but choosing the Miss Mini will save you $500 if that's something that you're considering. Personally, I've been loving my Miss Dior Mini Bag and using it more than my Chanel wallet on chain, but I think it's more due to the fact that my wallet on chain is pink, whereas my Miss Dior Mini is more of a neutral color, so it's definitely easier to pair with more outfits. So consider which color you want with your wallet on chain very carefully. But that brings us to a wrap on my in-depth review comparing the Chanel wallet on chain with the Miss Dior Mini Bag. Thank you so much for watching, and I will definitely see you in the next one. Bye!